guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we have two live videos here in the evening that I'm going to be doing. Today's first live video is on Sachi-iro no One Room, the 14th chapter. The third volume is finally out. If you haven't seen my first chapter video of the third volume, which is the 13th chapter, very confusing, I know. You can go watch it on my channel, and if you haven't seen any of them, then go watch from chapter 1 and on, guys. Please do that for me. So, quick synopsis on this one. You have a girl who's being abused, both in school and at home, both physically and sexually, depending who it is. You know, some just do physically, some just do sexually, some just do verbally. Anyways, point is, she is kidnapped and she falls in love with her kidnapper. At this point, she has run away from her kidnapper and gone back to her teacher because her teacher is still, in a way, abusing her from far away. He is making a bad image of the kidnapper, and she goes to confront him. So, 13th chapter ends where he asks her, if you want me to stop promoting a bad image to the kidnapper, then stay here with me and be my kidnappee. And that's where the 13th chapter ends. That's where the 14th chapter picks up. It's still in this conversation. He offers her to basically be his exclusive lover that cannot leave or do anything. It's very creepy-ish of him. And she fights back, and then it gets really intense where he pushes her down, and he has her in a pretty inappropriate position. This is actually, it's one of the most, it was pretty fast of a chapter. It was very fast, but it was very intense as well, and you don't really see her abusement as much in the previous chapters. In this one, you finally see what a scumbag he is and just how much, you know, he is bad for her, and he wants to be her Oni-chan, and he's forcefully putting himself on her. Anyways, this is the most climatic part of the chapter, and then when you think nothing else can happen that would make this more dramatic, the kidnapper, Oni-san, the one that we don't know his name yet, shows up and basically offers the teacher's freedom for Sachi. Now, what do we mean by his freedom? He actually recorded and took pictures of the teacher physically and almost, not really, but almost sexually abusing her, at least attempting to sexually abuse her. He has it all on footage, he has it on photos, and he says, if you want this to be erased, then give me Sachi, and then no one will hear about it. But if you don't, then I will report you to the cops, and you will lose your job and your position as a professor. You will lose everything. Which, at the end, well, he would also lose Sachi, really, because he wouldn't be able to keep her, obviously. So, they go into an agreement, I guess, a false agreement, because the professor then grabs the knife that Sachi had in her hand and goes for it and tries to hurt Oni-san. And Oni-san protects himself. He learns that, you know, he knew all along that he's really is a scumbag and he doesn't deserve really to be a professor. So that's really where the chapter ends. You don't get the ending of that fight scene, or not really fight scene, but struggle between both teacher and Oni-san. So I'm gonna guess at the end, he is gonna report him. He will be arrested, and Sachi and Oni-san will either have to be separated or be in the run. So I'm not really sure what's gonna happen next. You know, it's one of those things that if the professor does get arrested, he knows enough stuff about Sachi and this kidnapper that it can make it difficult for them to be on the run. So, not sure what's gonna happen. As of right now, I believe I have it on an 8 out of 10. I'm gonna move that higher to an 8.5. This is a great one, guys, from all the chapter mangas that I've been wanting to review and that I am reviewing. This one is the most intense one. It's the most exciting one. Every chapter is a cliffhanger where some others are not. but this one is. So if you haven't read it, go read it. I recommend it for you guys to read it. The first 4 volumes are out. So up to chapter 24 is out. So I will be reviewing the rest of the chapters day by day. I will skip 1 or 2 days here and there, but I will try to do it almost every evening. Thanks so much for watching this video, guys. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you have done so. Also, don't forget to give me some love. Go like, share, comment, do all that fun stuff. Thank you so much, guys, for all the support. And like always, don't be strangers.